We have Thundurus making its way back into Pokemon Go, so we're going to give you the raid counter guide to go over all of you 100% IVs and make sure you know exactly what's coming in Pokemon Go. So you know what time it is. Welcome to the Trading Club. Here we go! Thundurus is back in raid battles in the Incarnate form from Tuesday, March 21st at 10 a.m. local time all the way until the 28th at 10 a.m., which means on Wednesday at 6 p.m. local time to 7 p.m. you will have a raid hour with this Pokemon. It does have a pretty cool shiny, which I really do enjoy, and it is going to be a pretty cool Pokemon. Does it mean it's going to be useful? I don't know. We're going to find that out on Wednesday when we do cover all of this. Thundurus will be an electric and a flying type Pokemon. Remember, this is the Incarnate form, and then it also has a Therian form as well, which we will compare. With it being electric and flying, it is going to be weak to two things, which is going to be rock as well as ice. And it will also have 6 resistances, which we will cover in the best of the best video because it's not super relevant as of right now. As far as the 100% IVs coming out of the wild, it's going to be 1911 for the level 20 100% IV, or if it is boosted in 2 conditions of weather, which are going to be windy weather as well as rainy weather, it can go all the way to level 25 at 2389. And if you guys are looking for more raid battles from remotes, you guys can jump into the Discord, which is in the pinned comments below, which is totally free, or you can also jump into the Patreon, start at the premier raid tiers, or go on up all the way to the elite if you want to raid with my crew. The movesets of this Pokemon can be Thundershock and Astonished. Obviously it will be getting the stab boost on all of the electric and flying moves, so the Thundershock will be stab boosted. And then as far as its charge moves, it will get Thunder, Brick Break, Thunder Punch, as well as Crunch. And the only moveset in here that we are going to have to look out for the most part is going to be Brick Break, because Brick Break is going to be a fighting move, and we do have ice and rock type Pokemon as the weaknesses, and both of those Pokemon are going to be vulnerable to fighting. And the party size that's going to be needed to take down this Pokemon according to Pokebattler, with level 40 Pokemon counters, it's going to be 1.9 trainers. So yes, it is going to be a doable Pokemon. That does not even include level 50 counters or anything like that. So with all that said, now let's get into the counters. Starting off with the shadow counters, the #1 overall Pokemon for the counter is going to be Mamoswine. Mamoswine in the shadow form with Avalanche as well as Powder Snow. That's going to be the moveset combination on that Pokemon. Extremely good Pokemon, extremely powerful, slightly glassy, but it does do the job well. And then the next, in spot number 4, is going to be Shadow Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge. And Smackdown is going to be a Calm Day move, so if you do have a good Tyranitar and it does not have this moveset from the evolution from Calm Day, you will have to do that. And then in spot number 5, we will have Ice Shard and Avalanche on the Weavile. I do not suggest that you guys power up this Pokemon because it is extremely glassy, but you can do as you may. And then in spot number 7, we are going to have Mewtwo with either Psycho Cut or Confusion and Ice Beam. And that is going to be everything for these shadow counters, which is going to wipe away the shadow counters. And now let's talk about what Mega Pokemon are we going to be able to use right now to be able to get us extra XL candy. Well, in spot number 1, we are looking at the top counter, which is going to be Mega Aerodactyl, which is actually a great Pokemon for this instance because it's going to be dual purpose. Number 1, it's going to be the top counter in the game with Rock Throw and Rock Slide. And number 2, it is a flying type Pokemon, so hopefully you have been listening to all my tips and you have a Mega Aerodactyl at level 3 for the Mega version, and the Mega level 3 is going to yield you the most XL candy. So not only can you use the top attacker for its attacker purposes, but you can also multi-purpose and use it for extra XL candy. So the Mega Aerodactyl, very useful in this situation. I am actually in the process of Mega level 3, my second Aerodactyl as of right now, because this Pokemon does pop up quite frequently and it shares a flying and a rock type, and it's great for getting extra XL candy here. So if you do not want to use this Pokemon, you could use other Pokemon as well. If you don't have this Pokemon at Mega level 3 yet, even though now is a great time to start working on it, you could use Mega Charizard Y for the flying type, you could use Mega Pidgeot, you could use Mega Salamence. But if you're looking for the Mega level 3 at a rock typing, the only one that we have available is going to be this Pokemon. And then moving onwards, we are now going to have Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide. Just remember, all of these rock type Pokemon are going to be weak to Brick Break as well as the ice type, except for the Mega Aerodactyl, because flying is going to resist fighting, so that will make it neutral to Brick Break, which makes that Pokemon even more desirable for us. And then in the third spot, we're going to look at Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Wrecker, Rock Wrecker being a Calm Day move. And then in spot number 4, we're going to get Ice Fang and Avalanche on the Darmanitan. Man, I cannot wait for the Zen mode of that Pokemon to come out, hopefully in the near future, because it is an absolute beast in the ice category. And then in the next spot, we're looking at Mamoswine regular form with Powder Snow and Avalanche, and then Rock Throw and Meteor Beam on the Tyrantrum, which which is quite cool, followed by the Terrakion with Rock Throw and Rock Slide. In the next two spots, we do have Mega Glalie as well as Mega Abomasnow. Obviously, I would suggest not doing those Pokemon, but if you do have them and you want to use them, you can, because obviously speaking, rock types are the strongest types comparative between rock and ice types, and then this Pokemon, Mega Aerodactyl, will trump out all the rest. And then next, we have the Dragon Breath and Glaciate on the Kyurem, followed by Smackdown and Meteor Beam on the Roggenrola, and then we actually have the Primal Kyogre coming in next, which is quite impressive with the Blizzard. And then we have the Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge, and then we have Frost Breath and Avalanche on the Glaceon. So if you are looking for budget counters, guys, if you see all of these Pokemon, man, quite a bit of them are non-legendary, easy to acquire, XL candy on a lot of these Pokemon, so that is going to be what I recommend here. And then now let's look at the weather conditions. So the top weather conditions that we are going to use to fight against this Pokemon are going to be partly cloudy as well as snowy weather, which will boost the rock type and the ice types. So obviously partly cloudy is going to be the best case situation. And then as far as catching this Pokemon and fighting against this Pokemon, the weather conditions are going to be rainy weather. That's going to boost all the electric types. It will also boost the Thundurus all the way to level 25. In the cloudy weather, it's going to boost that Brick Break. So for all those rock types that are not paired with flying types, which is pretty much everyone, and the ice types, you will get hit a little bit harder in that cloudy weather if Thundurus does have the Brick Break. And then Astonish will get boosted in the foggy weather. And that is pretty much all we need to know about this Pokemon, except for foggy weather is also going to boost Crunch, but most of these Pokemon are neutral to Crunch. So yes, it will be annoying that it is going to spam quite a bit, but that's all that's going to do there. So that's going to be the counter guide for the Thundurus Incarnate Forme in Pokemon Go. Appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.